All right, I'm going to give you my honest review of Home Depot versus Lowe's, and an honorable mention Menards, which is not even honorable. I charge extra to go to Menards because it's that bad. But let me give you my opinion on Lowe's versus Home Depot, pros and cons of each, because there are, and which one I find myself shopping at the most. All right, guys, so to give you my professional opinion of between Home Depot and Lowe's, and an honorable like buzz off to Menards. I'm not a big Menards fan. I get it if you are. They are the Walmart of the home improvement section for sure, where you can go get some milk and a 2x4. But we'll stick with Home Depot and Lowe's, and I'll give you guys at the end, I'll tell you why I charge extra to my customers to go to Menards as well. So that's different. Okay, so Home Depot and Lowe's, obviously I shop at both of them. They're both great. They're both, you can, as a contractor, they're great. One of them has a little, more leaning towards the contractor than the homeowner themselves, and that's not necessarily a bad thing, but we'll get into it right now. And the main thing is, okay, so Home Depot has, like, at the time of this video in June 2022, Home Depot's got 2,300 stores. Lowe's has 2,200, so they're right about there. I'm gonna show you guys right now. Home Depot, this is my area. This is how many Home Depots are in my area. There's a lot. There's absolutely a lot. And then Lowe's, here's the Lowe's one, and that's how many are in my area. There's obviously still a lot. There's not as many as Home Depot, but not by much. You might have maybe one or two stores, but it seems to me that Lowe's is the Home Depot seem to be, if I'm at a job site and I punch in closest Home Depot and then I punch in closest Lowe's, it always seems that Home Depot's just a little closer, like that mile and a half closer to my location than a Lowe's is. But that's not all the case. I mean, there's ones I punched in and I'm like, oh, Lowe's is like 0.7 miles away, and boom, there we go. So we'll go into the pros for the Lowe's here. Our Home Depot, the pros and cons for both. Okay, Home Depot, straight up, you're going to be able to buy TTI tools, which is your Ryobi rigid Milwaukee tools at Home Depot only. Home Depot seems to cater towards the contractor a little more, and that is because you can buy more professional grade tools there. I can buy Makita 40 volt max, via online. I can buy Makita tools there. I can buy Milwaukee tools there, and I can buy DeWalt Flex Volt tools there as well, which you can buy DeWalt tools at Lowe's, but not their Flex Volt. I'm not sure why Lowe's. I'm not sure why, but the DeWalt's 60 volt Flex Volt tools are their pro line of tools, and you should actually have them. There's probably a reason. You probably have a contract or something happens where DeWalt can't send them to you, but you need to have more professional grade tools in your stores, Lowe's. So, but that is the main reason I go to Home Depot, is because of their tool selection. If I need batteries, if there's deals, Home Depot seems to be running more specials than Lowe's on tools as well, and rightfully so. They are the largest tool seller in the United States. Like, they sell more tools than any other business in the United States. Like, it's not, I don't even think it's close. So, that's why they have the buying power. I get it. If you can buy millions and millions of dollars worth of tools, then you're going to get a little better deal on them. I'm absolutely so. And I believe, like, their mechanics and, you can buy, instead of having Lowe's has Craftsman, but Home Depot you can get Milwaukee tool chests. Of course, their Husky brand as well too. So as far as the contractor side, I go to Home Depot for their tool selection. I need to get more Milwaukee stuff, more Makita stuff. I can order things, obviously. So I find myself using Home Depot for the professional side of my tools and resupplying for stuff. It's more convenient, plus they have it in stock usually. Like everybody right now, post COVID, everybody's stock is kind of small, but yeah, I can buy professional grade. The tools that I use are at Home Depot. That's just plain and simple. That's what it is. So I mean, what about you guys? I mean, if you use all just DeWalt 20 volt stuff, then obviously Lowe's is going to be great for you as well. But I mean, it is what it is. So, and I will say Home Depot's app is a little easier. to navigate. And you can see their specials a little easier as well. Though I will say, it seems like Home Depot stores, like my cell reception, I have Verizon, but my cell reception's not great in Home Depot stores. So sometimes I can't even use the app because it's just a set, I get like one bar and a few other stores, and it's like, well, I can't use your app in your stores. I got to go walk outside of the store to actually use it. And I don't have that problem at Lowe's at all that I've seen. I can use their app anywhere I have, it's not a big deal. So being able to use the app, that's a plus for Lowe's, because now that's just my personal, you guys probably don't have the problem, but for some reason, maybe my cell reception is just janky, it's Verizon, it's everywhere you don't want it to be, kind of thing. So yeah, that's my thing. Now I'll go with lumber. I haven't had a problem with lumber in either store as far as, there's, it's not the highest quality. Come on, guys. If you go in there, now you can't buy lumber for cheap now, but you can go in there for like $3 and get a 2x4. It's like, come on, it's not that bad. So if I need lumber packages, I'm going to get it from my local lumber yards. But if I need that, 1s, 5s, 10s, 20s, I can just go in there and grab it. And I got to be, I look at my lumber if I'm at Lowe's or if I'm at Home Depot, make sure it's relatively straight. And yeah, it is what it is. I would say now, Lowe's, as far as everything besides tools, they have it, I would say. They have better selection for all your home improvement stuff, like your appliances. Lumber's a throw, a toss up really, but appliances, like everything you need for your house, like I would go to Lowe's first, just because they seem to have more of a selection, more on hand, and their shipping is a little easier. I've ordered bulk materials from both, and Lowe's gives me better of a discount. Like they'll give it this entire $10,000 package of whatever I need, and then either I get my military discount, which I'll get to in a second, or they'll give me they put it into their system and then they give me an additional amount of money off, which is fantastic. So I personally shop at Lowe's for most of my bulk materials, and I tell my customers, hey, if you want Bosch, you want other things, Lowe's has a better selection for the homeowner and myself as well to actually go through and look at stuff. I'm building my basement right now, and our first stop for that kind of stuff is going to be Lowe's because of their selection. It's just where I stop, and both my stores, they're almost right next to each other within 1,000 feet, really. So I can choose either one I want to go to. So absolutely, for me, Lowe's has a military discount. Home Depot has capped their discount for military at like $400 or $200. So obviously the first week of the year when they started that, I was maxed out. So I go, military discount for me. Obviously it's a discount that I'm thankful for. So I go to where I can use a discount, which is Lowe's. That's 100% Home Depot. Like if you cap in the discount, which I get, the discount's made for, the average homeowner consumer, $400 on a discount is great. But for me, if Lowe's is going to let me have my discount for everything, and no cap on it, that's where I'm going to go. So Lowe's seems to be very veteran oriented as far as hiring. They have their own different vests for veterans there as well. I'm sure Home Depot has the same thing. I don't know everything about Home Depot and Lowe's, guys, but I see their other vests and they say, veterans, and they're like little camo and everything like that. So that's, that it makes me smile a little more when I see that they take that time and that effort to go that kind of distance for veterans. So it makes me want to spend a little more money with them as opposed to somebody that doesn't. So that's one great thing for veterans themselves too. So I'll say tools wise, we'll get into Home Depot has the Klein line, Lowe's does not. So again, going with the tools, I'll revisit this because I know I have some B-roll here. I want to show you guys Ideal, and like the Lowe's has their Ideal line and whatnot for electrical tools, which is fine. I mean, it seems a little more homeowner oriented, and obviously Klein's a professional grade tool. Home Depot has them stocked. So again, going back to tools, if you're doing for tools, a professional person going into a store, you're going to go to a Home Depot before you go to a Lowe's for the tool side, and then you're probably going to buy whatever materials you need at Home Depot while you're there, because you're not going to go to two different spots unless you get a crazy deal, right? So if it needs room for improvement, Lowe's, I would highly recommend you step up your power tool line. Now I know you get the Flex line, which Home Depot does not, and those are pretty powerful as well, but I'm not sure why you don't have the 60 volt FlexVolt line, since you do have DeWalt tools, and then obviously Milwaukee does have the FlexVolt line, and they also have Milwaukee and Makita and Rigid, and they're knocking it out of the park for sure. So room for improvement for Home Depot. Lowe's has trailer parking. And it helps. I have a trailer. It absolutely makes a difference. You wouldn't think it. I mean, I can always park away from, everywhere, but they have upfront trailer parking and I can just boom right there. It's great. I mean, you wouldn't think it makes a difference, but it does make a difference. And also there is, they have a break in between their border for around the covered entry to, bulk material loading. And that allows you to actually pass, you don't have to go all the way around the entire entrance to get around like a curb, and you can pass right through, which helps. It's the small things that help, and it's all Lowe's. They did a fantastic job. I know there's some Home Depots out there that probably have that as well, but the ones in my area, they don't. It's like you have to go around. It's a little inconvenient, but having the trailer parking is fantastic. Granted, there's always some people who park in there that don't have a trailer, but it is what it is. It helps out a lot having a little extra, upfront parking. Plus, both Home Depot and Lowe's have, veteran and parking up front as well. I've seen that as well. So it's that's my two. Now, if I was gonna pick between Home Depot or Lowe's, honestly, I would go with Lowe's because of my bulk material ordering. I get a little better customer service with Lowe's. I'm just going to say that. They seem to be around if I need them. If I'm walking through Lowe's, there's always somebody who usually asks me. And sometimes, Home Depot, there isn't. Like either they have, they're not always there. Now, granted, I still get, people ask me as well, but if I was going to choose, we're kind of splitting hairs here, but it's going to be a Lowe's for me because of the materials the choices I have, what's in stock, and honestly, really quick shipping and good communication. Like I just ordered a bunch of lumber from Lowe's, and I got it came in ahead of schedule, and plus I got phone calls like, hey, it's coming here. Want to let you know. The customer service is fantastic as far as I'm concerned with the Lowe's in my area anyway. And Home Depot, I've ordered some stuff for them. It's come in, and then I've had to call and see if it's in, and then they tell me, oh yeah, it's in. So that's where I stand on that as well. So, all right, that's basically what I'm going to choose. Obviously, my pecking order would be Lowe's, Home Depot, and then, oh my goodness, Menards. So, and the reason why I say Home Depot less, because I can always order my tools online. Like I can just, a couple clicks of the button, boom, I get my tool here in a day and a half, and that doesn't matter. But a couple clicks of the button, I'm not going to be able to get a lumber package or a bunch of other stuff here where I need to go into the store and actually talk to a commercial rep or whatnot. So now we'll get into Menards. Menards is okay for a homeowner. You can go buy your milk, like I said, and you can go buy your your lumber as well. They are not conducive to contractors almost at all. They're completely homeowner oriented. They make it extremely hard. Like I don't want to go behind Menards and sign through a gate to go in to wait and give somebody a receipt for them to go look for materials, for me to load them up and then go back to that gate, show them my receipt again, have them to look at what I loaded up and then leave. Like that is no. So I charge like $75 to $150 additional if I have to go pick up stuff from Menards. That's on site now. And then obviously like in Home Depot and Lowe's, we got carts, we got everything up front, or they're in the aisles where we need them. I can grab something when I need to as far as a cart or a flatbed, go pick up my stuff and then be on my way. Menards, you're not doing that. Like there's carts and stuff, but you got to go find them. They're not readily available. Now I will say, like, there's not many Menards in my area as opposed to Lowe's and Home Depot. So you guys may like Menards. Now I will say they do have good prices. Like if I'm ordering stuff on just making a special order where they deliver to me, then fantastic. I can just, a couple keystrokes, boom, this is what I want. Here it is. Pricing's good. Ship it to me kind of thing. So I don't even want to step foot in your store because it's infuriating. It absolutely is infuriating. And like some customers are like, hey, I'm shopping at Menards. Great. I know exactly that your price. I'm just going to add $150 to it just for my pain in the ass factor. That's what it is. Pain in the ass factor of going to Menards. And there's not that many in my area, so they're a little bit out of my way. And you know, if I'm never like, oh look, let me just type in and see what's the closest Menards. Like I never do that. So it's not even remotely on my radar for sure. So yeah, that's let me know in the comment section below, guys, what you guys prefer. Now, I'm not going to drive out of my way for a Lowe's as opposed to a Home Depot, and vice versa. Whatever is closer, I'm going to go to for whatever I need. But if they're right next to each other, I find myself going to a Lowe's a little more because of the customer service I receive and that upfront trailer parking. Let's not kid ourselves. Plus, I get better discounts. That's what you're going to get right there. So, like and subscribe, you guys. I'll see you in the next video.